Hey there, Alicia here. A very happy Friday to you. I like Fridays, especially this Friday. Why? Because it's payday. Speaking of payday, payday means, work. There's a bit of sad news going on at my store. We are closing our doors. We're moving. Our last day of business is Saturday. I found this out a few weeks ago, and I was given all kinds of really cool options. It's really bittersweet because my coworkers are like my friends and my family at this point, and we've bonded quite a bit, and we're just an awesome team. And some of the girls have been there for like 2-3 years, and it's really emotional for us. And every customer that walks in, we have to tell them, and everybody's really bummed. And I'm like, dude, if you're bummed, I'm way more bummed than you are. And then they'll ask about, oh, do you got a job? Yes, I still have a job. I'm being transferred, so it's really not a big deal. It's just emotionally stressing, and then we're packing up, so that's physically stressing. And then on top of that, we're getting our ceilings done at the house right now. So not that I've been packing, Mom's been packing up the whole house because she's a mom and she's amazing, and that's what moms who are amazing do. But I have to pack up my room, and somehow packing right now reminds me of packing to come home from Florida, and so a little emotionally charged situation I'm in right now. So that's the bad stuff that's been happening. Bad stuff. It's not that bad. It's just I got a lot on my plate, and I don't want any more mashed potatoes. Thank you very much. So about a week ago, I went to see Tron. I was not interested in seeing Tron at all. Not even on video. I haven't seen the original Tron. I don't plan on seeing the original Tron. At any rate, I got convinced. Decided to throw caution to the wind. I didn't want to go home right away, and I was like, alright, I'll pay $18 to see Tron in 3D. Not a big fan of 3D. I think I've told you this before, but I'll reiterate, don't like 3D. This movie, though, was very visually, it was eye candy. It was eye candy. And very well done. The storyline was whatever. The dialogue was kind of non-existent, but believe it or not, I still enjoyed it. Go figure. I think it's because it's just the neon lights and the contrast between light and dark visually, and all the fight epic battle-ness. So that's that. I also went and saw Burlesque at the $3 movie theater. I got in for free, which I'm glad I did. And then I got free candy and $5 popcorn with soda. So I was in little movie girl heaven. And yeah. I could go on and on about that movie. It was somewhat enjoyable, but there's this one song with Cher, and they threw it in, hey, Cher needs another song, let's throw it in here at this kind of somewhat random place instead of just transitioning into a new scene. They're like, hey, random song of Glee. And my friend points out that they probably went to Cher and said, hey, Cher, we want you to do another song. She's like, alright, but I'm sitting down for it. You ain't getting a performance. Because that's totally what happened. She sat down for more than half of the song. Oh, Cher, you diva. Oh, they also must have spent a lot of money on the Burlesque Lounge sign, because no joke, they did about 10 different swoops and pans and whatnot of it, and somebody must have sat there and go, oh man, how are we going to tell them that we're back at the club? Oh, I know, we're going to go take a shot of the sign again. Come on, people. Other than that, it was campy fun, and I want to be a burlesque dancer. So that's that. Tonight I had the most amazing pleasure of driving out to Los Angeles. I hate driving to Los Angeles. Actually, driving back was even worse. The 405. Bleh. I'm officially a YouTube geek, as you may have figured out. Why, you ask? Well, I somehow stumbled upon this delightful vlogger, YouTuber named Josh Sunquest, and I went to my local Borders tonight, actually, before the event, because I didn't want to bite at that Borders and be like some noob, and I didn't want to miss him speaking. So, I bought this book called Just Don't Fall. A hilarious true story of childhood cancer, amputation, romantic yearning, truth, and Olympic greatness. That is not his head, by the way. That looks a lot like his head. And that's I got my personalization. He wrote my name. and he dated it, and that's his little signature do. So I'll be reading that either February or March for my New Year's resolution. He's reading some of it on YouTube now, bits and pieces of it, and illustrating it, and it's amazing. I went by myself, which is a little awkward, but whatever, and watched him speak, watched him do his little, like, pendulum, not little, dude, that pendulum kick is insane. Also, I got to, I got my picture taken with him, which I'm probably going to make my profile pic on Facebook, and I, like, stared at, like, right before we all got in line, he probably wasn't looking at me, but I felt him stare at somebody behind me, and I thought he was staring at me, and I was like, oh, you're staring at me. I almost asked a question. I wanted to ask him a question. Perhaps someday I'll get the chance. I got my book signed, I got my photograph taken, and then I step aside, and there's this person standing there with t-shirts, and asked me, do you want a t-shirt? And I was like, are they for purchase? And he goes, no. I said, they're for free? And he goes, yes. And he says, would you like a small or a medium? And I said, a small, because I'm crazy. Yeah, so we should hang out sometime, which is basically the best pickup line ever, and I really hope and pray one day it gets used on me by somebody. Anybody, I don't care. It could be a girl for that matter. That's the best pickup line ever, though. We should hang out sometime. Break it down in your brain. It's amazing sauce. This also qualifies me as officially a geekity geek. This is Paper Towns by John Green, who's also a very talented vlogger. Him and his brother are the Vlog Brothers. They're nerd fighters, and I got that book on super discount. Sorry, John. And I'm looking forward to reading that in either March or April. So, Danny Salo, if you're watching this right now, pick up the book that I just mentioned, Paper Towns by John Green, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be amazing, or the Josh Sundquist Just Don't Fall book. And maybe I'll even mail it to you and you can read it. You are rock stars. I'm friggin' rock star. Together, keep on rocking in the free world. I'll see you next week.